Hi, I'm Jane George, and I'm running for State Senate District 6. And thank you for being here, and thank you for being engaged in the process. I'm happy to see that you're involved and that you're curious, and thanks for showing up. Let's get right down to this. Things have got to change in Nashville. Right now, what they're doing is not working. There's a representation of a very few small people, and we've got some problems that go outside of those small communities. It may have worked in the past, but those days are over. We need to start to take new and innovative approaches to how we handle things like the environment, education, healthcare, and women's reproductive rights here in our state. And that includes a lot of shifts and changes that I'm excited about, and I think probably most of you are too. Regardless of what letter you have behind your name, you can see that the country is moving forward in new ways. And we're going to be feeling our way through all of that. And as we do that, you want to have someone there who's able to work with others in terms of Democrats working with Republicans, Republicans working with Democrats. My grandfather was a Republican, my grandmother a Democrat, and there were lots of heated, passionate discussions that happened in my parents' house and in their house as I was growing up right here in West Knoxville. What it taught me is that there's lots of different ways to look at things, and coming together and having more than one set of eyes on a solution, honestly, gives us the best solution. When I was doing my graduate degree in biology, we would get together as a committee and we would look at ways of solving problems. And I can tell you, having more than one set of eyes on an issue is invaluable. That leads me to tell you that I'm very interested in what's going on in our environment. Environment affects everything. Of course, our clean water, of course, our clean air, and our natural resources. We've got some things that we want to talk to our district about, that we want to feel that you are interested in and value. And if so, we'd like to move forward with some of these ideas about bringing renewable resources into our state and attracting new energy and jobs here locally. It's a great idea for us to advance and become more progressive in those ways, simply because attracting jobs helps everybody here in East Tennessee. Although I'd be serving the state, I'd be representing you. And I'm excited about the prospects. The idea that Knoxville is moving and expanding and growing is amazing. It's lovely to watch and see. I'm not directly or would not be directly involved in the city politics or county politics or some things that are absolutely out of control of a state senator. But being able to set and establish guidelines and being able to be engaged by talking about what our district wants and fighting for those things. Healthcare. Medicaid expansion, it's a no-brainer. It's for people who are working already. They just don't make enough money to be able to afford expensive health care and may not even be able to afford the Affordable Care Act now. Working people, mind you, they make too much money to be able to get subsidized health care and just standard Medicaid. We want to help those people. We want those people to be well and happy. We want their families to be healthy and well. We want them to have access to preventative care. So this is a real basic no-brainer. If you think it's a fiscal problem, I'm here to tell you it's not. Arkansas adopted Medicaid expansion. They saved enough money in the first year to pay for the state's part of it, the first, second, and third year. It's fiscally responsible, and it is the right thing to do. So I am absolutely going to fight for that. Our current senator has said that she is a fan of Medicaid expansion, but she has not been on the Senate floor trying to make it happen. And I will tell you that just 2 weeks ago, she had the opportunity to pass legislation, simply just move it onto the Senate floor when they were talking about the budget just a couple of weeks ago. And this is a budgetary issue. This is a fiscal issue. This would save us money. And if you sit on your hands and you don't move things forward, you're saying no. So this is something we got to get happening here in Tennessee. We want everybody to be well, healthy, and well-fed. We want our water and air to be clean. We've got some work to do on that. We're overusing chemicals in our water. We've been in violation for 5 years with some of the chemicals that are in our drinking water that should not be in there. We're all consuming those. We need to fix that, and we need to find real solutions that make sense. I'm also very interested in education. Public education is public education, period. All tax dollars should go directly into public education. We need to do better We need to do better. Tennessee is 45th in the nation in how much we spend per pupil. And that has got to change. If we want to bring in industry, if we want our children to do well, we want our children to go to college, we want them to stay local and bring their gifts and talents back into our community, which is what I want, then I would say we've got to start focusing on how we better fund education. And part of that means we don't take money out of those funds and give them to private schools. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have the option to go to private school. Absolutely they should. But I believe that agreement should be between the school and that family, not between the taxpayer and that family. That's not our role. These private schools, they charge a lot of money for people to go. They can certainly scholarship. They are for-profit schools. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you aren't happy with the school that your child should be going to and you would want to go to another school, go to that school and talk to them about their scholarship programs. That's the way to get that done. I'm excited that we're going to have mail-in voting. I do want to encourage you to go to the Election Commission and read all of the standards they have to protect us against fraudulent voting. It's phenomenal. All the different levels of protection that are there to make sure this is not something where you can go video copy a form and fill it out 15 times. It just can't happen. There are so many protections. So if you're worried about mail-in voting, educate yourself about it. Don't just take what you hear somebody say on the news. Actually go to the Election Commission and see how well protected your vote would be. I'm excited that means everybody in the state of Tennessee will have a chance to vote. I am really, really looking forward to having the opportunity, if you choose to allow me to be your representative, to be able to work with you in the community, to be able to move Tennessee forward in ways that are going to serve all of us.